Welcome, everyone. And it's Monday. And with Monday, we start our training with Fast Start Monday. So if you're new to this call, welcome. You're going to learn how we do the work of a professional network marketer and how we fast start into our business, because it's the work that creates the money. So we need to know what that work is. And so that's what we're going to train you on. If you are not new to the call, you may go, well, I know all this. I've done all this. That's okay, because there's 4 levels of learning. There is unconsciously not competent, consciously not competent. That's when you get all like frozen. Then there's consciously competent, which means you start to go, whoa, now I have to think about it, but I think I got it. And then there's unconsciously competent. You just know what you know because you know. And that's where we want to become as professional network marketers, where it just starts to roll. And so when you come to enough of these trainings, all of a sudden one day you go, whoa, I'm unconsciously competent. It just rolled out of my mouth. And I don't even know what I said, but I said it right because they just said yes. That's truth. That's what it's all about. So that's why we do it so much. But if you get to the point of going, I think I'm unconsciously competent, so why do I need to go to the trainings? I would say to you, look at Kimberly has her little all products flyer. I saw that. I would say to you, bring 2 people on it. 2 people, link arms with them and teach them, because network marketing is leverage. It's everybody doing a little bit of work, and that little bit of work turns out to be a lot of work. So, are you ready in network marketing? You ready? The most people on your team wins. You ready? The most people on your team wins. That means you want to recruit and train, and the more people that are in your team, in your organization, is the most leverage that you have. So it should never be, I know all this, I don't need to come anymore. It should be, let me bring 2 more people here. All I have to do is get them into Marci's training and then work the next hour, and my team is off and running. All I have to do is, when the work comes in the next hour, is link arms with the 2 people that are new with me on the phone, because we're all on Zoom together, and make sure they do what first? Build their first list of 10. So do you understand? That's how this works, okay? So when people tell me I know it all, I don't need to come, then I would say, how big is your business? I would say, are you bringing your people here to link arms? Because it's a perfect space. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is a great space to do that. Okay, you guys understand? That's why I created it. I'm even doing it. I don't know if BB's here. BB, my Uber driver in Florida. I got a Florida team now. Woohoo, woohoo. She texted me on Sunday and said, I got a new person interested in the business. When do we talk? I said, when I open up the office at 11, let's call her together at 11:15. Do you understand? I'm linking arms right within my office. I do not tell you to do what I do not do myself. Okay, so with that, let's start with what our system is. There's 2 sites we use. Write it down if you're new. Remember, we have our note. Who has a notebook? Notebooks. We all have our notebooks for notes, because professional network marketers never stop taking notes. Never, never, never. Spend $2 on a notebook. The same time, buy a different colored one, and this is your list book. Who has a list book? All we do is expand our lists. I never want you to tell me I'm done with my list, or my list isn't good, or I don't know, everyone says no on my list. What am I going to tell you? Make a bigger list. Always think about, how can I expand my list? How can I expand it? Ask yourself that question and then go do it, okay? Then you need to have a calendar, because we always book the next appointment, just like we're a hairstylist who has their calendar. Look at Stacy Phillips is a presidential director going to SPD, and she's showing me all the things she has. And then lastly, and I'm going to tell you why we have it in a minute, is the clipboard. I use my clipboard so much. Look at, I even got my little mini info card orders on my clipboard. Do you see that? I'm no different than you. I also have a refund check I got. I shouldn't really be on my clipboard, but you know what I mean. So a clipboard, and I'll explain why I use that in a minute. Okay. So, oops, there it goes. So right in the website we use that we educate people with is called startx39now.com. That's startx39now.com. I'll show you what that looks like. And I use this to peak interest and pre-qualify people, okay? And what do I use on this? I just say, hey, go to startx39now.com. Look at the first video on light. It's only 2 minutes. The second video on stem cells, it's only 3 minutes. In 5 minutes, you'll know if you like this. But look at the pictures. And I always pick 5 pictures and I get real excited about them. Okay, so have a story about the pictures. It's not hard to have a story. Look at the dog. That dog has an eye that is blind and now it can see. Look at our girl's chin. In 2 weeks, her chin looks great. There's me in 2019. Did you know my husband didn't even know I had that picture? I showed that to him yesterday and he goes, oh my God, you picked the worst picture ever. In 2019, I go, I know, that's right after chemo, radiation, and steroids. I have no eyebrows. I was really ugly. He goes, well, that's a really good contrast for your business. I don't know if that was a compliment or not, but you see what I'm saying? Like, that's what you do, right? The finger, cut off, died, grew back. You understand, right? That's how you use the now site. Did you notice that this is where you become unconsciously competent, right? I've said this so many times. Raise your hand if you could say this. You've heard it so many times. Just go to startx39now.com. Watch the first video on light. It's only 2 minutes. The second video on stem cells. It's only 3 minutes. In 5 minutes, you'll know if you like this. But wait, look at the pictures. How many people on this call could say that? Have you been on this call so much that it just comes out of your mouth, unconsciously competent? Some of you may say, I know it so well that I'm bored. I choose to say unconsciously competent, okay? Did you know one of the most wealthy network marketers I ever trained with in another company? Her favorite word is, I'm just so unconsciously competent that it spurts out of my mouth. Another thing, another way of saying, I've heard it so many times over and over and over again. Do you know she would tell us, when you're at a meeting, you might have heard the same story, the same laugh for the last year, and you still laugh at the same right time and smile because it's for the new person. And she said, we're a script business. So yes, you've heard it that many times and you may go, God, I know this script. I've been doing it for so long, but you still laugh and smile at the same time because the new person's never heard it. Hey, that's the genius of leverage. Okay, so the next site we're going to look at is our business site, startx39biz.com. Startx39biz.com. That site I created because I didn't want to email PowerPoints or files. Oh, by the way, I just put in our new PowerPoints on the site. They're really good. And I didn't want to have to open files. I just wanted to go to the link, open it up, train on it, print it, text the link. So that's the reason the biz site was created. I just wanted a place to make my files easy. And so the very first thing I want you to see is our system. How many people could just unconsciously roll this out? If I asked you, Heidi, what's our system? Heidi, what's our system? Could you just say it real quick? What is it?
Sorry, I'm letting people in at the same time and putting notes in chat, so I'm multitasking. What's our system is 333. Oh my goodness.
PPP.
PPP, 333 PPP.
So what is our system? It's the Evolve system. We're 333 PPP. What does that mean? I'm going to mute you now. It means that the action is we patch 3 people a day, we follow up with 3 people a day, and we invite 3 people to our patching podcast a day. That's what we do every single day. In an hour when we go to work, that's what we're going to do. When we do that, we PPP. We peak interest, pre-qualify, and pick a pack. We peak interest with peaking questions. I love to ask questions. A professional network marketer becomes a master of asking peaking questions without attachment, without being aggressive. Just think, I'm going to pique interest and be of service and be interested. People just crave other people being interested in them again, right? So we are. Pre-qualify means that you're going to pre-qualify people with the Now site and with testimonials to see if they're interested in what we have. And then you move them either into a wholesale pack or a gift pack. That's totally your decision. Under pre-qualify, I would say this. If you were a real estate agent, would you show 20 people homes? Would you show a person 20 homes if they had a credit score of a 4? Of course you would not. It'd be a waste of your time. So I ask you the same. Pre-qualify people. Please do not go to your Rolodex and send out a bunch of gifts like you send Christmas cards. Find out if they're interested in this, because otherwise you waste your time, my money, your time and money if you're not using my office at other times of the day, right? We don't want to do that. That's why Peter came up with PPP, which I think is really, really good. So if somebody asks me, oh, you're with Lifewave, do you guys have a system? Of course we do. We're 333 PPP. Well, what does that mean? Well, we patch 3 a day. We follow up with 3 a day. We invite 3 to Zoom, and we peak interest, we pre-qualify, and we move folks to a pack, sample pack, or a wholesale pack. And that's pretty much what we do over and over and over again. So that is the system. If you ever wanted to take it from the biz site, you could just grab it with your finger and edit, copy, edit, paste to another professional network marketer. I will tell you, every professional network marketer is looking for companies that have a system that they can just plug into if they're looking to bring in a new team to a new organization. We do. Be proud. I've been in network marketing 15 years. That's the first time I've actually seen a system, and Peter and I wrote it. And that's why we have a system. So that part is really great. Okay, so now we have the system. So the first action is 3, patch 3 a day. What does that mean? Okay, you guys, that means we create a list right here. Now you need your list book. And this is where you expand your list. And I write in my list book this, and please write it down. If you have a book, just take a marker. I'm nothing special. I was born in the 60s. I write things down still. And I just use my Sharpie, and I wrote this down to remind myself what I'm really doing. So write this down on a piece of paper if you don't have a book. If you have a book, write it in the book. And what you're going to write is, and maybe you can follow along, Heidi, and chat on this. Maybe you can type in chat. Oh, you're going to be my secretary today. Lifewave, the holy grail of healing. Now you guys could just grab it from Heidi and email it to yourself and put it in the notes of your phone. What a concept. Jan, you need to let people in because now Heidi is my admin, or Kathy needs to let them in. Somebody needs to let them in. Jan usually won't let them in because she's so busy filling gifts that she forgets. What? I watch you.
It's not true.
Okay, mute yourself.
Oh, yes.
She's my best friend. Did you know that? Hey, I've been working out every day last week. I'm so proud of myself. Okay, here we go. I don't know. I'm rambling now. Okay, Lifewave, the holy grail of healing. Have you heard about stem cells? I love that line. Have you heard about stem cells? Who do you know that would like this stuff? Who do you know that would like it? That's how you start writing your list. The who do you know list. You write it for yourself. Then when your new people come in to training and then you work after that, you call them on the phone. Let's say you brought 2 people in, Betty and Sheila. Betty and Sheila, let's write your first list of 10. Who do you know that would like this stuff? That's what I don't know if Valerie's here today. That's what I did with Valerie last week. We did a list of 10. And remember, she did her very first text, but she didn't know how to text. It was so cute, but she figured it out. We did it together because we linked arms. And then her friend called her and said, this is a group text between me and you and this girl named Marci. Is this really you? She goes, yes, I don't know how to text. And that was the beginning of their conversation, right? So I just want you to know that sometimes your new person is just afraid to go get into action. So link arms, tell them it's not scary. We'll do it together. Very important to make the list with your people. And isn't it a great place to do it? Right in the office in an hour, right? Okay, so here we go. My list, remember, I've talked to you guys about it before, but Christina, I met in the airplane. There's her phone number. I'm no different. Valerie Wilson. She was friends with Mary Becker and Moms Across America. She enrolled on a silver packet auto ship last week, remember? And we linked arms and made the first list. Elizabeth, I met in Messenger. Sharon, I met at the Psychic Healing Arts Fair. By the way, find yourself a little event. Do yourself a little table. Find an event that's like natural healing, crystal, light, manifestation. Those people love our stuff. I mean, I even bought a ring there, right? It was a crystal show. There was all sorts of stuff there, right? And so I'm just telling you, like, if you're going to go do an event, find an event where people member. Who do you know that would like this stuff? That's not just in your own list in your phone, but also when you think to expand your list, where would I go to find people that would like this stuff? If I'm going to spend $300 for a booth at an event, you better believe I'm going to go spend it at a natural healing place, a crystal place, a Greg Braden manifestation place. I'm not going to go to the Better Homes and Garden place, right? I'm just not. I'm going to spend my money in the right area, right? So just give you guys some things to think about if you want to expand your list, okay? Then I put, and I got more people here, but then I put, go to Facebook Messenger. I want to go check out some more events to do. This is for my own list. I want to go look at my emails. I just started posting on LinkedIn because I want to start feeding to find professional network marketers. I just started posting more aggressively on Facebook and Instagram just because I know that there's this social media aspect that I would like to expand my list with. Do you see what I mean? I'm even thinking of having Neil, nobody even knows this yet. I'm even thinking of calling Neil and saying, Neil, I got 4,000 people in my Facebook. I want to do what Dr. Stacy does. I'm going to make him a script and he'll probably do some little program and I'm going to have him message every single person in my messenger, right? Just because who knows, they'll probably 10% that like it. I just haven't had the time to do it. And to be honest with you, I'm a little too attached for it anyway. I'll be like, oh, I can't send it to that person. But if I give it to Neil, Neil just send it to everybody, right? So that's as an example of how that works. And I don't even know what he's going to charge me. There's probably some, that's what Dr. Stacy's son did. He just sat there and typed them all in one day. And I mean, I saw all the packs he's got because he went into Dr. Stacy's messenger and just a little script and then people interested. So anyway, I'm saying all these stories because I want you to think, how can I expand my list, right? And I'm thinking it for myself too, because I'm building another $100,000 line. So it starts with your phone, your warmest market, okay? But then after a while, even me, I'm like, oh, how do I expand that bigger? How do I expand that bigger? Well, I do it by linking arms with other people that I've already got in the business to work their list with them, because it's always better to go warm. And then it's like, how do I expand even from that, right? So you see how my brain is thinking of list expanding. So Jan, if you could put your name and number in chat, that would be great. And also if, and you could also put Neil's name and number in chat in case anybody wants to contact him for any help on that kind of stuff. I'm just brainstorming with you right now on list expanding. And also, so I guess what I would do, Heidi, to expand lists, I'd write this. I'd go to my phone. I would work with I'd link arms with my people's warm list and go to their phones with them, okay? I would go do an event. I'm going to mass text everybody in my messenger, right? I just started LinkedIn to start hitting that. Like, you know what I mean? I'm posting now on Facebook and Instagram, right? I did my very first like YouTube thing. I don't know. I'm a 60s girl, so I'm 80s girl. I was born in the 60s. So I'm still trying to figure out how to work all of that. Also, on my warm list or on the warm list of a warm list of a warm list, I always use Naomi. Naomi knows people that are influencers. So we just brought in a girl by the name, a girl by the name of Kate. And she just goes on Instagram because she's an influencer and talks about how much she loves these patches. And then we help work the influence, right? And so if you know influencers, make sure you talk to them. And you can put my name in there too, Jan. And if you find somebody to contact Jan or me, call maybe Jan first, and then Jan will like route it to me. And know that, you know, they're great at lists. And then we work their list and we all work together. So I'm just giving you thoughts about who do you know to expand your list. And you might not know them. I didn't know one influencer, not one, but I knew Gail, who knew Lisa, who knew Naomi, who knew the influencer. Do you understand? I just worked through 3 lists to find the influencer. I just want you to feel how I really work, okay? So I hope that's helping you with how to think about lists and expanding your list and linking arms to keep your list building. I really believe that the list is the heartbeat of our business. This is, when I see people making a lot of money in network marketing, their books are full, okay, full. They never stop generating their list, and they're always messy. They're all over. It's just the way things work. But when it gets on the paper, it becomes real. Okay. All right. So now that we've made our list, what are we going to do to our list? We're still in the patch 3 a day. Okay. We're going to pique interest and pre-qualify next. How do we pique interest? Well, we have piquing interest scripts. Heidi, you've got to stay with me on this. You've got to put it in chat. I even want to grab it because I'm trying to rewrite my system and I want to take what you write to write on top of. So here we go. The first piquing in, are you ready? The first piquing interest script is, and write this in the notes, in your notes, it's not on the biz site yet because it's brand new training. So you're not going to find it anywhere except out of my mouth or on the chat if Heidi keeps up with me. Okay, so keep up with me. It's the I'm concerned about you, Pique. I'm concerned about you, Pique. Here's how it goes. What's going on with you? What are you doing these days for fun? What are you doing these days for work? How's your health? I finally found something that helps me with whatever's going on with them. Have you heard about stem cells? Remember, that's even in your list book. That's a big line. Have you heard about stem cells? It used to be, what do you know about stem cells? But we changed it to have you heard about stem cells because it's not so aggressive. Have you heard about stem cells? Are you keeping up with me, Heidi? Did you know you could activate your own stem cells for less than a cup of coffee a day? That's it. Pretty good, huh? Why is that important? And you can grab it right from Heidi because Heidi kept up. Anybody ever watch Master Chef where they have to keep up with the guy cooking? I have no life at all, but I'm feeling like the Master Chef right now. I am, what's that redhead guy? I am him. I'm Gordon Ramsay. I'm so weird. Okay. All right. So, I know. I mean, you see what I do. I work out and watch MasterChef at night. It's so boring. All right. So, okay. So let's go. Okay. We just got done with that one. Okay. It's important because I've told you guys this before, even I'm learning on my training. I don't care if you use the I'm concerned about you Pique on the phone, if you text it, if you Pique a few and wait for them to respond, if you're at an event. It's the same concept, no matter what area you're in. At Starbucks and you're giving a business card and grabbing the number, right? Same concept. I was at the health show a couple weeks ago, and the very first day, all we did is say, what's going on with you? And everybody told us all their ailments, you know, my wrist, my gut, you know, my foot. And we were patching X39 and Eon all over the place. And I looked at Claudia. I don't know if any of you've met Claudia, the redhead. She just went presidential. She's so pretty. I said to her, we're doing something wrong. We're just not getting to the meat of this. And I said to her, we need to start asking every single person, not only what's going on with you, but what do you do for work? Like, it just has to come out of our mouth. The second day we did that. What's going on with you? Oh, I have the worst lower back pain. We patched them with X39E, and I remember this woman in Nicewave. Then I said, what do you do for work? I own the biggest spa in LA. Do you understand? You do. Wow, if this works, we can put this in your spa. Like, all we had to do is ask another piquing question. I just want you guys to understand how important it is. And I ask what people do for work all the time now. What I realize, I don't care if I'm traveling, on an airplane, at Starbucks, wherever. People cannot wait to tell me what they do. I had no idea how much people like to talk about that. So just ask, because they'll love it. And you don't have to like attack them with what we do. Just listen. And at the end, and then they'll talk about other things, switch the subject. Then you come back. You always come back. It's like dancing. They dance and you dance. Let them dance more, right? And then you say, oh, I'm in stem cell technology. Have you heard about stem cells? It's so cool. People always say, what do you tell people you do? I'm in stem cell technology, or I'm in the field of stem cell technology. Have you heard about stem cells? Oh, you guys, you want to see my new cards? Hold on. Where are they? Oh, look at my new cards. Look at, I got ugly Marci and pretty Marci on there now. I did before and after picture on my card. I'm in the stem cell technology. Have you heard about stem cells? No. Oh, well, here, let's read the script. It activates your own stem cells. You wearing our wearable light technology. Yeah, Bill, did you know stem cells are the only cells in your body that are changeable? They can change into whatever cell your body needs for repair, just like when you're 20. Look at, that's ugly Marci with cancer. That's pretty Marci. It works. Oh, go to the Now site. Okay, let's see who can say this. Say it with me. Watch the first video on light. It's only 2 minutes. The second video on stem cells. It's only 3 minutes. In 5 minutes, you'll know if you like this stuff. Take a look at the pictures on the Now site. Look at that. How can I make these cards? Well, good. I'm so glad you asked, Joy. I'll show you. So that is how I use my business card all the time. Do you know I have CEOs giving me their cards now because I'm in the stem cell technology? They don't even know I'm a network marketer, although I probably make more than all of them, but that's okay. They don't think though. So I'm sitting in first class and they think that I'm just an airhead. No. Okay, so let's go and show you how to get those cards. Okay, so you go to startx39biz.com. startx39biz.com, and you just go to the 14 steps to success, and you go down to give a gift, tab 6. Can you do that? And all you do is go to order business cards, and you can click here and you can order your cards. Take a picture of Sally's name and number. She is our printer and our designer, and you can ask her to make your cards for you. And the cards cost like $55 for 250. All you give her is your name, your phone number, and your replicating site. She makes you a cute QR code, and then she'll already have the script on the back. Because remember, in network marketing, we make lists, we book the next appointment, and we read scripts. We read things. You guys, I did not make brochures. I made things you could read to people, because that's how you educate people, through reading. So Sheila Hay once said, Marci, all I used to do is hand my business cards to people. I didn't realize that you wrote a script on the back when I was supposed to read it. Yes, you read it. And she said, I started reading it and everybody signs up now. I know the script is good. Okay, so that is what you do. Now for the picture, you can either, I'll show you this. Okay, everybody got this? Everybody take a picture of Sally. Can you put Sally's name and email in chat so everybody has it? So you can make a card like mine. You could go to Telegram before and after and pick a cool before and after picture. You could do your own before and after picture, or you could just be like CEO. This was me before. I was CEO. I didn't have before and after. And even I wonder sometimes, I have this before and after, but I hope I don't scare people. So I don't know. I'm going back and forth. We'll see which one I like better when I go out and start using them. But I just want, I mean, you could use my before and after if you want. You can say, oh, look at this ugly girl. Now she's pretty, I don't know. Or you could use the Mandy one, or you could use some of the other ones in the before and after Telegram. You could also ask Sally to grab, you could talk to her about it. She is the designer. So what we're going to do, and Jan, write this on a piece of paper right now, and Jan's not going to be happy, but it's okay. I'm doing it anyway. Oh, I know. Just stop. Anybody that promises to make their business card in the next 24 hours, put your name right now in chat, because we'll do a drawing at the end for a $50 Amex card. That's how important these are to me, that you guys make a business card. You're in business now. Okay. Put your big girl and boy pants on, because we're CEOs of stem cell technology. Okay, let's start doing what we say and being the professional that we are in this business. It's okay, Jan, just write it down. This is the fun part. It's my favorite. I know, and you can't complain. Okay, so, oh, look good. There's Jen. She already got her card. She's a professional. And there's her script. She's in the stem cell technology business. Good job. That when you buy your cards, that's you stepping in saying, I am this, I'm building this business, and I'm in this field. You're stepping into that, right? That's what a business card. Who has a business card? Put your little business card out if you have one. If you say, I'm stepping in the field of business, okay? It's important. So you say to yourself, well, how do you use your business card? I'm going to tell you. I guess we're doing business cards today. Here it is. There's my clutch. I have a small purse. You say, how can she do the business with a purse this little? Well, I say, there's my business cards. And what did I just add? I just put my new ones in there. There's my patches. I just put a little baggie in there. I got a couple little plastics. I got a small wallet. I can do my business anywhere, okay? So all I do is use my business card to grab phone numbers. Like when I was on the airplane, I asked the girls, what do they do for fun? What do they do for work? They were young. You got any issues, or are you just so young you're happy? Oh, they had issues, all right, but you know what I mean. So I handed my card, I got their phone number, and now I'm ready to follow up to say if they would like a gift, or, I'll then move them to the now site and testimonials, right? That's just what I do over and over and over again. You guys, I'm not attached. I am not holding that list book going, oh, that's my one, that's my one, that's my one. No, she's one of many, because what do? expand my list. I know this is a numbers game to find the people that really want this stuff. Okay. So far, everybody good with their business card. Jan, did you get everybody on there yet?
I'm working on it.
Okay,
I'm almost done.
when you're done, let me know and we'll do the drawing right away. Okay. So we kind of got off track, but we're still, I guess today, a big day of today was how to build our lists. I guess we're just, sometimes I forget that every subject can be so big, right? So here we go, our list, okay? Now we had our first peaking with the I'm concerned about you peak. The second peak is called, Heidi, ready to take notes? The compliment peak. How does that look? You authentically compliment the person, and then you use the same other script. Ready? Stacy Phillips, you know where all the hot spots are. Everybody follows you around because you're so fun. We would have so much fun doing this business together. I've always wanted to do a business where we make money and have fun together. Have you heard about stem cells? Did you know you could activate your own stem cells? Yeah, for less than a cup of coffee a day. I complimented Stacy and then added the other peaking questions. Did you guys get that? Kathy Coker, you know I'm so messy and I cannot even find my own jacket in the closet. And you could keep our whole business organized. Have you heard about stem cells? Did you know you could activate your own stem cells for less than a cup of coffee a day? Together, we would have the skills to build this. Heidi, you are always so loving. Everybody knows you care. You just are so kind, and we just need that in our business. Have you heard about stem cells? Did you know you could activate your own stem cells for less than a cup of coffee a day? Authentically compliment the person who they are. I learned this from Monica Penrod. I don't know if she's here or not. But I was doing the I'm concerned about you, Pique, and she goes, boy, I have just been complimenting everybody for who they authentically are, and they're all joining my business. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the compliment peak. The last peak is the combo peak. It puts in the peaking and the pre-qualifying together. This is particularly good for a brand new person. Okay, and so here this peak is. Here we go. Hold on, let me go into this peaking and pre-qualifying. Okay. You know what, Heidi? I'll send this to you so you can just put it in right.
Marci, I probably have it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
just give me a second, and if you want to send it, fine. You're so fast.
Either way, I'll send it so you have it, so you don't have to type it. But here it is, and then I'll read it. Do you guys realize that these are scripts too? Everything's a script. Your business card's a script. Your peaking questions are scripted. Everything's a script. Okay. So you could even put in the notes of your phone the scripts. I'm concerned about you script, compliment script, combo script. Then you know, oh, I'm gonna try this script today, right? So here we go. Name. So it would be Victoria. I found a wearable light technology that activates your own stem cells to work like you're 20 again. Look at the pictures. StartX39now.com. That's your pre-qualifying website. Also, watch video number 1 on light. It's only 2 minutes. And video number 2 on stem cells. It's only 3 minutes. In about 5 minutes, you'll know if you want to try it. Text me your address. I'll send you a gift. Love, Marci, and phone number. So when Valerie was on last week, the I'm concerned about you peak and the compliment peak was just too overwhelming. It was just too much. Like I like to say when we train, we're like in Montessori school, right? You got 2nd graders and 8th graders all together. And so we're training different levels of professional network marketers. We have network marketers that really don't know the business at all. I would say unconsciously incompetent, right? all the way to consciously incompetent to consciously competent to unconsciously competent, right? They're all over this. So we're training for each one. So I would say, I hope this is okay. I can say to you, Valerie's just learning to be a professional network marketer. Just so you know, to be a professional network marketer, it's an industry, it's a profession, and it's a skill, okay? It just is to be professional, okay? So she wasn't probably ready for the first 2 Piques that I told you. So what did I do? I texted her this one. And this is the one I said, send it to 10 people and see if anybody wants a gift. You're going to text it to them. And then you're going to call them and you're going to read it to them, because when you text it to them, it sounds like spam. But if you text and call at the same time, that's great. And then you can book the next appointment as well with your text. She says, okay, but remember, this is when she says, I don't know how to copy this and text it to my friend. I said, no problem. I'm going to do the first one for you. And that's when I 3-way texted her friend, herself, and me. And then I said, I'm going to text it now. Now you're going to text, this is me. Read it. And that's when her friend called her 2 minutes later and said, is this really you? Right? Do you see? There's always a way around things. There's always a way to link arms to help your person move and through the learning, through the fear. Okay. And then she called me the other day and she goes, I talked to my sister. My sister taught me how to edit, copy, edit, paste a text. I'm good now. Okay. I just wanted you to feel the whole thing, because you're doing the work, but you're also linking arms and helping people. Okay. So did you guys see that kind of pre-qualifies and also piques interest at the same time? And from there, because we're almost ready for going into the office in 15 minutes. Yes, Jan?
I'm ready.
Okay, and I'll get a call on you in just a minute. Then what you're going to do, let's say they want their 3-day supply. Then that's when you're going, if you're working in the office, you can do 3 gifts a day where I fund it and Jan mails it out. And let me show you where that's at. So that's coming up in 15 minutes. You're going to practice. You're going to practice what I teach you. So here we go. You're going to go right here to the Evolve office where we work the power of 3. And right there, you're going to go into the training guide. And I'll call you when I'm ready. The training guide. And then what you do is you go right over here to this form. And you're going to fill out the form. In 15 minutes, we'll give you the daily code. And then you're going to put your first and last name and phone number. Then who gets the gift? Bill Smith, his address. You hit submit. Jan makes a label with your name and number on it and mails it to your person when you hit submit. You can do 3 gifts today. Okay. And what does the gift look like? The gift looks like, what does it look like? Like this. It's an envelope with 3-day supply of X39. And it has my favorite scripts on it. The envelope, would you read? And a little what to expect, which you read. The before and after tracker. And the order form. So that's all right here. That all gets mailed out to your person, which is awesome. So now, why is that important? It's important because oopsies. That's what gets sent out to your person. So if you're new today, can you do a list of 10 people from your phone with their phone numbers? Raise your hand if you can do that if you're new. If you're new today, can you text out that combo script to your people? If you're new, can you do this? This is the test of you're new. Can we do this work? Okay. Can you do this? can you then call the person and read it to them? If they want the gift, can you fill out that form, which will be in chat in a moment, and then have Jan mail out a gift to them? If you're brand new, that's all I want you to do today. One more time. Yeah, but thank you, Heidi. Make a list of 10 people with their phone numbers. Take that combo script and text it to them. Then you're going to call them. Hey, I just texted this to you. Take a look at it and tell me if you want the gift. And if they say yes, you're going to send the gift out. That's all you're going to do today. Now, here's the thing. They won't get the gift until next Monday. So I would suggest that you come to training tomorrow when I teach you the follow-up, because you're going to need to know how to follow up with those gifts next week. You don't really need to know how to do that yet. So that's okay. So you guys, just the new person, just one more time, list of 10, send out the text, call them, read the text, and if they want a gift, fill out the form. If you're not new on this call and you have a new person on this call, you're going to, in 10 minutes, call them and you're going to say, let's do your list together. Do you know how to text that out? I'm right here. Don't be afraid. I'm right here. I could even be on the call with you on mute while you call them to talk to them. I'm the energy behind you, because my job is to take the fear away so you move into action, because this is fun. Okay, so if you're new to the call, can you do that? If you're not new to the call, can you link arms with your new person to make sure they're comfortable and do the work with them? That's all we're doing. It's not hard work. It's just a little scary sometimes when you're new. Okay, so I'm going to move over to follow up for the people that aren't new. If you're new, you don't have to listen to this, because I don't want you to be overwhelmed. Now we're in Montessori and we're going to the 8th graders, okay? Before we do that, Jan, we're gonna do our raffle for the business cards. How many business cards are people ordering? How many people are putting their name into the raffle?
A lot.
I'm so happy for that. A lot is 20, a lot is 10, a lot is 50, a lot is what?
About 40.
Okay, 40 people today said, I decided to be in this business by ordering business cards. You made a decision that I'm in the stem cell technology. And so write this down on your note. When people say, what do you do? What do you do for work? I'm in the field of stem cell technology. I'm in the stem cell technology business. Okay. And then what do you say? Have you heard about stem cells? That's it. Look at how easy it is. And you give them a card and get their phone number. And if you're smart, you read the back. Can you do that? This is a great way to get phone numbers wherever you're at. Okay, here we go.
You ready?
Yep. Are you starting?
Yeah, you don't have to hide your head, Marci. I do.
I love to hide my head. It's fun.
You need to watch me.
No, I don't. I love to hide my head. Just do it.
Oh, shush. All right, I'm moving.
Stop.
Bernard Ball?
Bernard Ball. Are you there, Bernard?
I am here.
Bernard just won it. Woo! So what you need to do is email Jan J. Rand, that's Jan J. R-A-N-D @gmail.com. You won the business card raffle, $50 Amex card, and you need to give her your address. If you don't do it, you won't get your card, okay? But if you do it, you will. You got it?
And it's going to come in a yellow envelope.
Oh, I didn't even know that. And it comes in a bright, sunny yellow envelope.
Can't wait.
Yay.
Can't wait.
Good job. Way to do that. You just got your business cards for free. All right. So follow up. This is how you follow up for the 8th graders in this business. If you're new, you don't have to know this yet. I do not want you guys to be overwhelmed. Follow up. the best way to learn follow-up is to go to startx39biz.com. Are you with me? Do you see that, Heidi? And you go to the 14 steps to success. And you go to tab 6, give a gift. Honestly, order the business bag. Just spend the $8 and order it. It will be worth your investment. This is what it looks like. It cost me $6 to mail out. You can order 2 at a time. And the way you order it is through janjrand@gmail. You email her your name, your address, and your phone number, and she will ship it out. Yes, Jan?
I am extremely backed up. I have a stack of orders ready to go out. I'm just waiting for more mini cards. So if you send in an order, you give me a week or two. I'm doing the best I can.
And
Okay.
if you want, I know you ordered some, but I do have some more mini cards at my house if you want to grab some. I didn't know you already went through them all. If you
I need thousands.
Okay, fantastic. And you ordered those too, Sally?
Yes,
Okay, great.
they'll be here by the end of the week.
Okay, great. And you have the black bags?
Yes, and I have more coming.
Okay, great. So she's just catching up. I've been really stressing these bags because it's how you follow up. And so everyone's ordering them. So no, they will come. So you email Jan and she'll tell you how to pay her with Zelle or check or whatever. And what this is 10 of my envelopes with scripts and all the mini info cards with the scripts, okay? And the reason this is important to have is that this is the same gift that Jan sends out to your people. So you need to know the same thing your people are getting. And when you follow up, are you ready for this? All you do is read it to them. They're all made as scripts. Read the envelope. I don't know. I just learned about this yesterday. Let me read it. You got the envelope that came in the mail? Oh, by the way, it always comes in a blue envelope. Open it up. Let's read it. Oh, wear it 12 hours on and 12 hours off. It's made out of organic crystals. It activates your stem cells, makes more, resets it to a younger, healthier state. Do you understand? All I'm doing is reading. Once again, 3 things that professional network marketers do. We make lists, we book the next appointment, and we read scripts. These are not brochures. These are scripts. You're supposed to read it. Think about it as reading the stem cell story to your person in follow-up. What to expect? Well, you can reset 4,000 genes to a younger, healthier state. But look at the pictures, all that before and after tracker. You see those little pictures up there? They're all pictures. Tell your person to look at the pictures. Those 2 paragraphs are the most powerful script I write. Read it. That's my favorite card. I like that card so much that I make a big poster board on it for my shows, which I'll show you. But you can look at all the technologies, Jim, as you're wearing your 3 patches. They're the ones that show you every patch we make with the little placements. Of course, I recommend X39 and Eon. Write this down, the dynamic dual. X39 activates your stem cells to work like you're 20 again. See if you can put that in chat. Eon reduces inflammation. Inflammation is an eater of stem cells. So when you wear those together, you turbocharge your stem cell repair, the dynamic dual. But while you're having your coffee, you're going to look at some of these and you're probably going to pick a couple other ones you like. Oh, but let me show you the pricing. That's an order form. I call it a price list. Read the yellow. $149 retail, $119 to be a preferred. I like the wholesale packs. It's the best value. The $299 packs for the individual. The gold packs for family, double the inventory. The platinum and the diamond, that's for big business builders where you need plenty of product to move this business. Let's build the kit when you're ready. Oh, maybe you're ready now. Why not ask? I recommend 1 X39, 2 Eons, and 2 Ice Waves. That's really going to help that lower back pain you have because I just told you just told me about it. Let me take your order now. I'm literally taking an order. They have that same order form, which I call a price list. 50% of the time, they'll say no, they're not ready because they're wearing the inventory. Fine. 50% of the time, they'll say yes. If you don't ask, it's 100% no. So I want everybody to order a business bag. And before we start, I'm sorry, I have to do this. Anybody that orders their business bag in the next 24 hours, even though it's going to take you 2 weeks to get it because she's behind, I'm going to do one more $50 Amex raffle. So put it in chat now, and then we'll start the office because this is so important. This is the script. This is how you follow up. You read the cards. Go ahead, put it in. Put it in. I want everybody to get these bags. The 2 tools that I use to drive my business is my business card and my bag. Your bag will be black. And what's in my bag? My envelope with my label and my cards. That's it. That's what's in my bag. I take orders now on my little cards. I made these all matte for a reason so you could write on them. I always have an X39 and I always have an Eon in my bag. I always have my business cards in my bag. And I always have my plastics in my bag. So Heidi, write this down in notes. A professional network marketer must have the equipment, the tools, which is a notebook, a list book, a calendar, a clipboard, which I didn't teach you how to use yet, but I'll teach you how to use that tomorrow. Heidi, remind me, I need to show them the follow-up clipboard tomorrow. I didn't do that. I just didn't have time. The business cards and the business bag and a telephone. I don't know. I went to Staples and spent $50 and then my business bag was $8 and my business cards were $55. So I don't know. I think I started my business. It cost me $150. And now I have 50,000 people in my organization. And we are averaging about 650,000 in volume every week, which is basically a $32 million business in our organization, Team Evolve. And I invested $150. It can't be that hard. Okay, everybody with me. Okay, let's do our last drawing, and then it's 11 o'clock, and we'll start working. Go ahead, Jen.
I don't have a list yet, Marci. You need to give me more warning. I'm like,
She needs more warning. So we're going to stop the recording, and don't worry, she's doing the list. So now if you want to win the $50 Amex card, you have to stay now a little longer and work the office. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and stop the recording.